I'm Natalie Herbick. Check out that beautiful view. You know, we go all across Northeast Ohio to find some of the best spots for you to visit. Today, it's all about downtown Cleveland, and we're gonna start underwater. And I'm not talking about Lake Erie. When you talk about must-visit places in downtown Cleveland, this has to be towards the top of the list here. We are at the Greater Cleveland Aquarium on the West Bank of the Flats, and I had to meet up with Tammy in front of one of the coolest spots, the Stingray exhibit here. And this is one of your couple of hands-on exhibits that you have.
Right. This is by far one of the favorite spots in the whole aquarium. You get to touch stingrays, and they are the sweetest, cutest little things, always smiling.
They do look like they have a permanent smile on their face, and I love that.
Absolutely, yeah.
And it's so funny because when you stand up here, just even close, you might get a little wet because they tend to get a little happy and excited and they splash a bit.
Right, exactly. They'll come by and sometimes wave or flap their wings on the side, and it does get you a little wet. It's like being in the front seat in SeaWorld.
and I love that aspect of it, and so kids must just get such a kick out of this.
They do. They definitely do. It is sometimes hard to get the kids to move on, which is fine with us, but you know.
You don't mind if they stay.
Right.
So this is one of two. You also have the tortoise aquarium?
Yep, so we have a tortoise exhibit that you can get up on the balcony and touch their shells, and we actually have a third one that we just added recently within the past year. It's our invertebrate touch pool, so you can touch things like sea stars and urchins, and the favorite is cleaner shrimp. They'll come over and kind of nibble on the dead skin on your fingers.
Really?
So we like to say you can get a manicure here at the aquarium as well.
Oh, there you go. So the really cool thing is not only do you touch these, but you can feed them too?
Yes, so every day at 3 o'clock we feed our stingrays and invite our guests to help as well. So you can get tickets and purchase some food and get to feed them.
All right, so we needed a little help from Stephanie, right?
Absolutely, our curator.
So you brought with you, I am amazed, I didn't know they ate shrimp.
Yes, so they eat crustaceans or mollusks, and so today we're feeding them shrimp.
And they're peeled shrimp, so I'm guessing you guys really pamper them around here.
Yes, we do prep the shrimp in order for them to eat it, and then we have less cleanup afterwards.
Oh, there we go, so that makes sense. All right, so they can smell it already, I feel like, because they are swarming now.
I did stick my hand in the water after holding a piece so they can smell
so they
it.
know. All right, so let's do this. Can I do one while you do one too?
So put it between your thumb and your forefinger, just like that.
Oh, wow. This is, okay, like this?
Yep.
Tuck your thumb in.
And then we're gonna put your hands
So they
down
have no
in
teeth,
the water.
do they?
They do have teeth, they have flat teeth.
Okay.
And so they grind their food.
Oh wait, do I have it the right way?
Yep.
Do I put it this way in?
And then
I'm really nervous right now.
they eat by smell, so you have to keep your hands steady for
Okay.
them to find the food.
So just keep it steady, they're not gonna bite my hand.
They're not gonna bite your hand.
I'm just gonna close my eyes and do this.
They'll suck it right out. You have to stick it a little lower.
Oh, hello!
Oh, there you go.
He
Close.
came.
Their mouths are on the bottom, so they have to be able to get on top of your
So,
hand.
oh, okay, so I gotta put it lower. The dress is getting wet today.
There you
Look
go.
at that! Oh, that is neat. Oh, thank you guys. Woo! That is so cool, but it's so neat to be able to interact with
So
them like this.
We feed them twice a day. In the afternoon feed at 3 p.m., we allow the guests to feed the stingrays so they can have the interaction.
Okay, so I know something that you probably don't allow visitors to do is feed the sharks. But that is a place to go and see, right?
Let's go check it out.
All right, let's go. I'd rather just watch. That sounds good to me. Well, these guys, they don't look as friendly, but maybe it's just the other type of permanent smile that they have.
Right, exactly. Those are our sand tigers. They're the biggest sharks we have here.
No, that's the biggest one you have there? Wow.
It's called
now, how many are here?
We have 4 different species, so the sand tigers are our biggest. We have nurse sharks, sandbar, and blackfins.
Wow. And walking through this tunnel, this is just, I mean, you can go to the other side of the aquarium and just look in, but to walk through the tunnel, have them swimming over you.
It is definitely a view you don't see very often of a shark's belly as they go over. You kind of want to tickle them. Here's an example.
Yeah, there's his little belly. I would love to just tickle you, but I have a feeling you wouldn't like it all that much.
It's a great view of all his teeth, right? 3 rows of sharp, pointy teeth. We feed them 3 times a week, and guests can come see that. It's at 3:30 Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Sundays.
Nice. Now, when you first walk in, though, you're greeted by, I guess you could call them local fish.
Exactly, it is local. So we love being able to show what's in our own backyard, Ohio lakes and rivers, and we made the gallery so that it feels like you're walking into a forest. It's got a stone path and trees everywhere, and we even have bird calls, and it's a lot of fun.
It's a really neat place to come. Whether you have kids to bring with you, or if you're an adult, you just want to come and check this out, it's an awesome place to be. I really enjoyed feeding the stingrays.
Good.
In fact, I might go back. I might go do that, and I'm going to send you over to David, who is enjoying another aspect of downtown. See, I'm going to join the kids. Come on, guys, let's go.
Well, I found my way to the Urban Farmer, believe it or not, on St. Clair at 6th Street, and I found Vishu here back in the kitchen.
Hi there.
A beautiful place.
Beautiful. It's a beautiful day too.
Oh, yeah.
Much better.
It's fantastic. So what's going on here with what you cook here? What farm did this come from?
This has come from the Alaskan side. Not particular farm. It's more of a co-op that we work with. It comes from Foley Fish up in Boston. What we have up here is Arctic char. It's one of our features that we have.
Does it go
for
in the
lunch.
pan first?
It goes. Yeah, we got to kind of season it up with some salt, some pepper.
Okay.
Very important.
So how long have you been cooking?
About 15 years professionally. Started off back in India. I was actually doing pastry for a long, long time, and then I moved into the culinary side.
Well, I got to tell you, I love this idea of the Urban Farmer. When I came in, I saw all these jars like pickles and preserves all around the walls. It's like part of the decoration. Where does that come into play in your cooking?
We are fortunate to work with a lot of farmers up here, so we basically, whatever extra produce they might have at the end of the season, we kind of work with that. We kind of use that for our pickling program, which we actually use in our dishes as well. We also have our own butcher shop downstairs. So we bring in the whole hog every Thursday.
And you do the butchering downstairs?
We do the whole butchering downstairs. The whole hog, the whole bison, the whole Wagyu, steer all together.
Hey, Andy, when I walked in the front door, I was greeted by Andy. Andy told me that you guys are actually growing stuff here too.
This year we're taking the Urban Farmer name really, really literally, and so we're trying to grow some plants right here on premise. We have 2 gardens going. We have a hydroponic garden going in our basement, and this year we also have a rooftop garden. So right now they're all indoors in these little grow light situations. We have them in tiny little pods. We're just waiting for the weather to really turn beautiful, and then we can get them into the ground and really have it in a beautiful space right up on our rooftop of Urban Farmer.
Hey, so I was walking around the place, looking around back there, and you've got a private party room I thought was fantastic. It's got room for like 16 people around one table with those big lamps.
We do. We call it the nest. If you kind of go inside, it's got like little feathers in the chandelier. It's fun. We call it the monkey room. You can actually like swing down it.
I love
it's funny.
She's got some, are those prawns or shrimp going over here?
Those are shrimp. She's making some grits with shrimp and pulled pork. She's also going to get a poached egg going on. That's one of our signature dishes up here in Urban Farmer. We sell a lot of that in brunch. I mean, brunch is a beautiful time for us up here. It's always busy. Lunch is great. As you can see, we're kind of starting to get tickets going, which is fun. As you kind of progress into the day, we'll probably do a lot of covers from now until like the next hour or so.
So are you guys open? How many days a week are you guys open?
We're open 7 days a week.
7 days a week?
Yep.
So you open for breakfast too?
We do. It's a 3-meal restaurant. We serve breakfast, starts at 6:30 in the morning, all the way till 11. And then on the weekends, it's only brunch, all the way from 8 to 3.
I would love to come for brunch too, man. I tell you, your food looks beautiful. Okay, so we're going to plate this up now, and we've got, what kind of cream? Oh, that's the grits.
So this is the cauliflower puree. The grits was the other dish.
Oh, that's the other dish.
Going. So this is basically just a basic cauliflower puree.
Oh, yes, yeah. Why is the cauliflower a funny color?
We have 3 different cauliflowers that we use. We're missing the purple today, but we also have a Romanesco, which is the green one. We just use a basic cauliflower. The cauliflower is kind of coming up into season as well right now, and it's also it's a healthy option to have.
Right.
We've had a few requests off late where there's a vegetarian who comes in up here and they want something to eat, so we actually do a cauliflower steak from time to time.
Oh yeah, I like that. Oh, Vishu, you're an artist, that's for sure. There you go, that's a beautiful thing.
So you have your Arctic char, you got your cauliflower puree, roasted cauliflower, beautiful char, a little bit of dill.
Well, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Great stuff. Hey, coming up after the break, how about some more green spaces? That's right, we have some parks downtown. You're going to like it.
Welcome back to New Day Cleveland and our road trip downtown. Our next stop is in the Gateway District. Check out Rebar.
The inspiration for Rebar came from the gentlemen that actually work upstairs, the owners. They have a land surveying company. You can tell actually like our foot rails, our bar stools, our entire back bar, everything's made out of rebar. We want it to be a higher end hangout, but also very blue collar at the same time. So you'll have your construction guys next to your millionaires hanging out in here, and it's a beautiful thing. A lot of the stuff is antiques. Our lights here are chicken feeders, cut in half, turned upside down, and then there's oyster cages for our other big lights. And yeah, they wanted something that kind of reflected an urban, intimate environment, but still very friendly, kind of, we'll treat you like a sports bar, but we got a lot more going on than that. Basically started where I had a couple of the guys had ideas of cocktail names, and because I'm constantly coming up with cocktails for events and opening bars all over the place, I got into trying to make them as Clevelandized as possible. So they're all classic cocktails with a twist on them, basically. So the next cocktail is the ever so popular LeBron Jameson. We start out with a nice healthy bar spoon of Ohio-made blackberry jam. Then we throw in a few mint leaves, 1 basil leaf. We're gonna throw in a little bit of lemon juice and a little bit of simple syrup, 2.5 ounces of Jameson. And we're gonna muddle everything together to make sure we really get that mint flavor and that basil flavor working through the alcohol and all the jam. Add your ice. Now we're gonna double strain this using my extra little strainer here because we don't want to get any pieces of the leaves or anything in anyone's mouth. And you get this beautiful wine-colored cocktail. So we roll a little blackberry and powdered sugar and LeBron Jameson. Being in the Gateway District, we get a lot of people that are new to Cleveland, that are here just for games, and this is their first chance to come in. So it's nice to have those people come in, and as I walk them through the cocktails, I can kind of give them a little bit of a Cleveland tutorial before we send them off around the city. Our wine selection is it's a mix of old world and new world wines. So I do have some of your bigger labels, but I do have some of the smaller labels. I don't deal with large companies. It's all private, smaller wine companies that bring in some higher quality stuff. And then for our beer, we actually do only local to Cleveland area beer on tap. And then I feature quite a bit of local beer on our just bottle list as well, from the Akron area, Cleveland area, all over Ohio. You'll see a lot of love given out locally. We carry a lot of different Ohio spirits. Anything made in Ohio, basically, I'll get it in here if I can. We don't have a full kitchen, but we do have a prep kitchen. So we're definitely not, you know, your dinner spot, but we'd love to be everyone's before and after dinner spot. And if you're hungry before or after, we can definitely get you hooked up with something to eat.
Rebar is right in the Gateway District on East 9th. It's the perfect place to visit before a game. David?
So I was thinking a little walk in the park might add to our downtown experience. So if we're going to talk about downtown, Downtown Cleveland Alliance CEO and President Joe Marinucci. How are you, sir?
Good morning, David. How are you doing today?
I'm doing great, man. It's great to see you, and it's great to see all the changes we see in Cleveland. Like right now, we call this park.
This is Perk Plaza at Chester Commons. Right.
Was it always called that?
Well, it was actually dedicated to Ralph Perk a number of years ago. Years ago, it used to be called Chester Commons in some of its past iterations, but the park was improved substantially about 5 years ago, and at that point, it became known as Perk Plaza.
So we've got a street over here, it's called Walnut. So you guys know about Walnut Wednesday? We've done shows about that before, and that's one of the great things that happens here.
One of the neat things is when the park was renovated, we started thinking really along two fronts. One, how can we work to animate this beautiful new asset here in the core of downtown? And the second is, how can we help the city jumpstart the food truck industry or opportunities for food trucks here in Cleveland?
So people love that. What's going on over there at Public Square? I mean, it's totally transformed, and it seems to be changing as we go.
Well, as you know, it's a beautiful and now become a very, very iconic space for downtown Cleveland. As you know, the Group Plan Commission worked very, very hard to get that opened by the RNC last year. Very successful during that week of many people coming to Cleveland, and it kind of became the center of all the activities as it relates to the convention. But subsequent to the convention, the Group Plan Commission, with our support, began to program that space. And they probably had 150 events between August 1st and the end of the year, including wintertime events. For example, the ice rink, which was very, very popular this past year. It's the first time we've had an ice rink in downtown Cleveland in 17 years.
So you're making downtown Cleveland year-round fun. And
Exactly.
you've got those big grassy areas too, the malls, Mall A, Mall C, all over there. What's going on with that?
Well, the neat thing is those have become a little bit more of what I would call the larger event spaces. I'll give you an example. A couple of years ago, when Public Square was under construction, the orchestra chose to do its summertime July 4th concert there.
Boom.
And this year they're going to go back to the malls. They really like the space. It really works well for that type of an environment. And we're seeing other major events that want the space in the elbow room, to be honest, from a logistical perspective, that allows them to be more effective at that location.
What are some of the others that I haven't mentioned in this 28-acre collection of land?
Well, if you think about it, obviously North Coast Harbor in Voinovich Park there has
Boy,
become
is that beautiful.
It's a beautiful location. We've got a new restaurant, a Mexican restaurant, Nuevo, there. But more importantly, there are now adult recreational leagues throughout the summer that are being programmed in that green space. In addition, it's a very, very popular location from everything from small concerts to weddings and other types of activities. And another one is Settlers Landing over in the Flats.
Oh yeah, great
which again,
so you forget about all these little places,
yeah,
little gems.
and they're really, really important if you think about it, David, because as we increase the population in downtown Cleveland, we're over 14,000 currently. We're actually going to add 1,100 new housing units to downtown. We think at the end of this year, first part of 2018, we'll be at 16,000 in terms of the population downtown.
Hey, when we were younger, we dreamed of downtown becoming a great place like that, and with your help and many other people, it's happening.
Well, it's great to see the growth in downtown, and it's great to see the residential underpinnings to the very strong and very vibrant business climate that we have here as well.
Well, thank you, Joe, and thank you for a great tip, because we're talking about maybe some dining down on the pier.
Well, it's a great location, and I think you'll enjoy it.
Well, we will, right after.
Well, if you're looking for Mexican food with an incredible view, one of the best in the entire city, in my opinion, you have to come here to Nuevo Cleveland. Zach, you nab probably the best spot in downtown Cleveland.
That's true.
I mean, we have the stadium right here, the Rock Hall, the lake surrounding us. It's gorgeous.
It is. It really is.
Oh my gosh, so thanks for having us.
Of course.
You know, for me, it's just amazing to have a new place like this downtown. Is that what was the draw for you to be here?
Well, you already mentioned a lot of it. The view, the lake, downtown. We were looking to get. We're based in Akron, and we're looking to get into the Cleveland market. And
Great place already in Akron.
Good.
Second spot here.
That's right. And this opportunity presented itself to us, and we thought, let's try it. We have to do this. I mean, like you said, the view, the location. We have an event center upstairs. The draw with that, plus our neighbors around here, the Rock Hall, the Great Lakes Science Center, the Good Time 3. It's a winner.
You're in a prime spot. You have the outdoor volleyball area too.
Yeah.
So people can come out here and play a little volleyball, then come get some great Mexican food.
Yep. Yeah.
So let's talk about what we have in front of us, because this all looks amazing. I'm gonna start with the drinks because it's hot out here and I need a refresher, so I'm ready to sip.
Yeah.
What kind of, and look, the bees love it too. Here we
there
go.
you
What, hey buddy, what is this?
Okay, that's a prickly pear margarita.
Okay.
We make that here in house, obviously.
That is so incredibly refreshing.
It's good.
That is delicious and so different as a margarita option.
Yeah.
I love it. And what about in the martini glass?
Okay, so this is called a Mexico Daydream. This has Tres Generations Añejo tequila, plum liqueur, green chartreuse, and a little bit of lime juice.
So I'm already seeing a really unique vibe to the drinks. I'm guessing the food is the same.
Yes, definitely.
So you really
yeah.
try to change it up a bit.
That's right, yeah.
Let's start with the tacos
Oh,
here,
sure.
because you got to have tacos
Yes.
if you're at a Mexican restaurant.
That's right. So these are al pastor tacos. Al pastor traditionally is pork served with pineapple. What we've done here is we take pork shoulder, we smoke it for about 5 hours, rub it down first with a really great rub, smoke it, pull it, put it in the taco with our house cheese blend, and then a jicama slaw, which is pineapple jicama and a little bit of actually habanero jelly.
And then I think Mexican, it screams guacamole to me. But you have it in 3 different ways.
Sure.
I love the triple platter
That's
here.
great.
I got to try this.
Sure.
So I'm guessing that's the traditional way that you make it?
That's right. So that's our house guacamole. We make that in-house, mash thousands of avocados a week, right? And it's a great combination there. We add a little bit of, we added a few things to it to change it up for different flavors. We've got a pickled corn salsa on the middle one there. And the one here is our habanero jelly.
This is a jelly you've added into this.
Yep, yeah.
Oh, it gives it that sweetness.
A little sweet, a little bit of heat.
A little bit of spice too,
Yeah.
That's delicious. Wow, okay, now I'm gonna move this so you can see what's last but not least behind me here. Calamari.
It's calamari. So that's our piri piri calamari. That piri piri is an African hot sauce we actually have on the base of the plate there. We finish it with some preserved lemons and some Fresno chili.
That's incredible.
Thank you. We try to cover all the bases, right? So we have your tacos and your guacamole. We also have appetizers such as a calamari and a few other really cool fun things. And then we have entrees. We have some steaks, some seafood, that kind of stuff. Everything has a little bit of Mexican influence.
I know that when we walked in, I saw someone that looked almost identical to you.
Yeah.
Is that your brother in there?
Yeah, so my fraternal twin brother, Eric, is our bar manager here.
And you have a lot of other family members here too.
That's right. My sister is a pastry chef here. She's from came from San Francisco to work for
Wow,
us.
you brought her from San Francisco?
Yeah, that's right. My father does our social media as well. So.
Your dad does social media?
Yeah.
That's impressive.
And I own
too.
this with my wife, so there you go.
So it's a family business.
It is.
You come in here, you're gonna feel like you're part of the family.
That's right, yeah.
I love this place already, and again, one of the best views in town. I'm gonna say cheers to you.
Oh,
I know
you.
you're drinking coffee, but why don't you sip on that?
There we go.
Cheers.
Thank you.
After dinner, there's no reason to leave downtown. As a matter of fact, I say we head to a party. It's at a place in the Flats called The Big Bang.
But it's a song everybody knows. Here we go.
The Big Bang is a high-energy dual and piano bar. We play primarily guest requests with a ton of crowd interaction. On a normal night, there would be 3 to 4 piano players. 2 are on the stage at all times, and then we have a 3rd or 4th that is constantly interacting and jumping on the stage for bits and pieces of the show. So the way the requests are generated, we have request sheets on each table, as well as on the bar tops, and then the customers fill those out and just drop them off on top of the pianos.
It's a lot of fun. It's always different. So it could be any genre of any decade. It could be any demographic, any age group. It's a high energy atmosphere. People come to have a good time. They come to participate. They come to interact. And it's all around. It's a really good musical show. It's not like anything you'll see any other place.
Turn your volume up, people. Rock me, my life.
People always try to give us the crazy requests. It's all over the board, and it keeps it really interesting and it keeps it really fresh.
We do have a full food and kitchen menu. A lot of our focus is small plates and appetizers and flatbread pizzas, things that you could be having a good time and still have something to eat while enjoying the show. We have 10 beers on tap that are local, as well as 2 feature beers. We also have an extensive drink menu that's made up by us, and it's done seasonally.
People they love it. They love somebody that can play music and entertain them, more than just a DJ. Live entertainment I don't think will ever die off because there's something magical about somebody actually performing.
Clap your hands for our cheerleaders.
The dueling pianos perform Wednesday through Saturday night. And once again, The Big Bang is in the Flats. Okay, coming up after the break, we're headed to Public Square. Welcome back to New Day Cleveland. Okay, if you're still not convinced to head downtown, here's another reason. When they did the rehab on Public Square, a place called Rebel moved in. What is it? Check it out.
So a lot of people ask us what Rebel means, and basically kind of has two meanings for us. The first one is it's kind of a revitalization on bowl-style foods is what we've done here, that street food that we're offering here. And not only that, we like to call rebels in society, innovators of society like Einstein, like you see on the walls here, or Nelson Mandela or Martin Luther. We call them rebels. And we think what we're kind of doing with our whole non-GMO organic movement is kind of being a rebel of the food industry. People aren't accepting it and conforming to it. And that's kind of how we came up with the name. And it's a good conversational piece when people ask us what it means. So enjoy it. It's just a fresher look on a quick casual concept. Like we like to call street style street food that has influences from all over the world, primarily Asian. But we have different tastes and profiles from all over the world that really make it a fun experience for people to eat something where you don't feel so full afterwards, and you had a great meal to get your day going. We have bulgogi steak. A lot of people are asking, like, what's bulgogi? You know, it's a Korean style type of finish on steak that we do here. We have our pulled pork. We have our chicken. We got tuna, which is fantastic, and all sourced organically. For all our meats are all sourced organically, so people feel pretty good about that, knowing what they're eating. And then when it comes to all the flavor profiles, most people are like, what is this? I don't know what this is, but I love it, and that's what we want. We want to explain to people what our sauces are and what they're eating, and educating them on what that is that's going into their bodies, and giving them what they need for the day. It's always active. It's awesome to see Public Square what it is today. It's what it should have been years ago, but you know, it just hasn't been. It's been a process and change. And it changes here. I think we all can see that Cleveland's going through a renaissance, and now the epicenter of that renaissance is here in the heart of Cleveland, in downtown, now that they got this finished, and we're so excited to be a part of it. It's great. The biggest thing is you. I mean, if you can sit here and eat a good, healthy meal, and then you get to watch an amazing view of what they did to this park. It's awesome. They have the water fountain there for kids. You got kids running through the park down here in Public Square. I mean, I don't think I've ever seen that in my life. And it's awesome to see from all walks of life. People are hanging out in the grass for concerts. The city's done an awesome job having over, I think, 200 events over the next 2 years of things going on in the park to really let people know this is going to be your place to hang out now, downtown Cleveland. The cool part that people really seem to enjoy is the ping pong table. We're actually looking at potentially getting another one because people enjoy it so much, but it's awesome to see people playing ping pong in the middle of the park. You know, Cleveland is all about supporting our local businesses, and we started there. We're supporting America, and that's why we kind of stuck with the American craft beers. And let's be honest, craft beer is on fire right now. People love the different options and choices, and to be honest, people are so amazed that we have alcohol here. They're like, wait, you can have a beer here? Like, yeah, not only can you have that, but you can have a craft cocktail. They're like, this is awesome.
Rebel is open 7 days a week on Public Square. So where is Natalie? The 5th Street Arcade.
Let me tell you, the last time I came to visit this lovely lady at the 5th Street Arcades, she had a nice little stand, and now Angie has expanded her place to a beautiful space that you have here at the 5th Street Arcades. So if you haven't heard of it before, it's Love Angie, and you basically create beautiful bouquets of paper flowers.
Correct, yep.
So how do you create them, and how did you get started doing this?
I got started 5 years ago. I found out about paper flowers, and I'm allergic to most fresh flowers. I get really bad headaches, and so this was perfect for me. I like making stuff, and then now I can have beautiful flowers around. And later that year I was getting married, so it was a perfect solution for my bouquet and the boutonnieres and corsages. And after that, I decided to turn it into a business. So we are 4 years old now and going strong.
And the proof that you're doing well and going strong is in the space. It is just so beautiful here. And I think one of the greatest things about this kind of business is when people buy flowers all the time for others, they die.
Right.
You present something that can last forever.
Absolutely, absolutely. The nice thing is, especially if you're giving it to somebody for something sentimental, they get to hold on to it and look back at that time and remember the thoughtfulness.
Now, I know she has quite a different variety here of displays on the table, and people can come in and they can buy them.
Yes.
As a display, whatever you have out. But I'm sure a lot of people like to customize things.
Absolutely.
And if it's okay with you, I'd love to go over there and can we maybe
Yeah,
create
let's
a
do
bouquet?
it. Yep.
Okay. So I see your beautiful wall. Now, how does it work? If someone comes in and they want to make their own, how do we begin?
So we'll first ask what kind of colors they're looking for in the bouquet, and then what kind of flowers they like.
Okay.
Our most popular flowers are the roses, so we usually start with that. So are there colors you would like?
Oh, I like the pink. These
Okay.
are so pretty.
Okay. So we'll grab a couple of those.
So if that would be the color I would go with first, what would you suggest to someone after that?
I would ask, do you want to go with something, we can do something a little darker. This cranberry color looks really nice. Or we could go with something a little more springy with the purple.
Do springy,
Okay.
since I'm feeling like spring right now. So now you can make them as big or as small as you want, right?
That's correct, yes. So we'll put this one in here, and let's, what are your thoughts on some yellow?
I love yellow.
Okay.
Let's do it.
Bring in some yellow here.
How long does it take you to create one flower?
The roses take about 20 minutes each from start to finish.
So you would keep building as much as you would like. Mm-hmm. Do you think we should add any more, or do you think that looks good?
I'm gonna switch out a couple colors real quick.
All right, I'll let you do that.
All
See,
right.
you have the eye, not me. White, okay.
Just kind of
a little bit of white.
And then this is a pretty popular arrangement that we do. And then we're gonna come over to your left.
Okay.
And we're gonna add some leaves.
You even make paper leaves.
Yep. So we'll just kind of add that. So there's a little extra something.
And then you just pick a vase?
That's right. And then I'm gonna suggest this one. It's a nice little curve to it. And then we'll add some vase filler to the bottom. And
then you just put them in here.
That's right.
So if we walk over here, these are really cool.
Yes.
They're a little bit different because you make the flowers out of maps.
That's right. So we use two different maps, one from 1950 and one in 1938 of Cleveland. And they're some of our most popular flowers because everybody has Cleveland pride.
So if you want to show a little Cleveland pride, add that in. You have great other little pieces too that you can come and get. What just a great, unique, and different idea to give to somebody if you're looking for that special gift for someone who has everything. And again, something that will last and they can keep and cherish forever.
That's right. That's right.
That's what she's all about. So come visit her here at the Fifth Street Arcades. Angie, thank you so much.
Thanks so much.
And congratulations on all of your success.
Thank you.
All right, hey, after the break, it's time for some sweets. Welcome back to our road trip downtown. Our next stop on Euclid Avenue, right outside of the Fifth Street Arcades. If you're looking for something sweet, you can check out Rocket Fizz.
The decision to do Rocket Fizz was, we saw it on Undercover Boss in January. It looked like a fun place to be and do business at. Contacted the company, and it rolled very fast from there.
We were both between jobs, and this opportunity came along, and we decided, well, rather than working for other people, let's try to do this for ourselves.
As far as sodas are concerned, we have over 430 actually. 50 of that alone is root beers. So you could have a different soda every day, and it would take you more than a year to have sample each one.
Well, we have our own Rocket Fizz labels, which are very popular. We have one called Stalinade that sells like crazy. The John Lemonade sells like crazy. But they're not only fun labels, they're also good sodas. Taffy Bin or Taffy Wall. It is by the piece or by the bag. We don't sell it by the pound, so people can take 2 sizes of bags and fill them to the top, and it's one price. So people love that because most places they charge it by the pound and it becomes very expensive. With us, it's one price. So it includes the bulk candy as well as the taffies. That's the first thing people see when they walk in and they look at all the flavors. We've got about 100 different flavors of saltwater taffy, and they walk in and their eyes light up. They go, oh my God, I haven't seen this much taffy ever, or since I was at Ocean City, you know, things like that. But you also find fun things like your wax lips. You find the tartan tinies. You find the nickel nips, the little wax bottles with the syrup flavors in them. Bacon is a big popular seller, so we not only have 3 types of bacon sodas, literally bacon, not baking, sodas, but we also have suckers with bacon in it. We have chocolate with bacon in it. We have bacon Band-Aids and bacon tape and bacon air fresheners. So a little tribute to bacon, yeah.
Yeah, there's a certain segment out there that is very bacon oriented, and we try to cater that segment.
Yeah, very much so.
Have the bacon products.
Yes. The tin signs are all $15.99. You buy 4, you get 1 free. You know, it's a nostalgia thing too, because people see, like, we have the Three Stooges, or you have the beer ones, or you have the superheroes, and people do that. We also sell stand-ups, the cardboard stand-ups, and we can special order those and get some in of people. We had someone doing a Hulk birthday party, so we got her a Hulk stand-up for her little boy's birthday party.
And incredibly enough, we, unlike maybe some couples in this world, we work incredibly well together. We actually complement each other very well. We enjoy our time together.
Very much so.
So really one of the side benefits of having this store, as maybe as corny as this may sound, is we get to spend time together rather than having, you know, separate jobs, separate careers.
We go our separate ways during the day, so.
Yeah, with our candies, that's where we get most of our comments from our customers when they make the statement, you know, I haven't seen that in years, and I didn't know this was still available somewhere, and we get a lot of that with the candies.
Definitely.
Rocket Fizz right on Euclid Avenue outside of the 5th Street arcades. Up next, we're going to see David in the theater district.
If you want to talk about some great history here at Playhouse Square, some wonderful stories and wonderful pictures on the wall and great food, you stop at a place called Otto Moser, right?
Correct.
Okay, so I always wonder about that. So some people say Moser, some say Mosier.
It's Moser is what we've been calling it.
And who is Otto Moser?
Otto Moser is a gentleman who opened the business in 1892. He held the business till 1942, passed away. The family sold the business off. And me and my partner are the 5th set of owners in the 125 years that we're going on right now.
125 years, so it might be the oldest restaurant in Cleveland.
I believe so.
How about that? That's terrific. So, when we come into Otto Moser, what kind of food are we looking at here?
At lunches, it's pretty much hot specials and sandwiches. At night, you can get anything from a salad to a burger to prime rib.
Yeah, but what about that corned beef around here?
Corned beef is what our mainstay.
Corned beef is king here.
That's correct.
Hey, so I remember the original restaurant. I used to go there when I was a kid. My parents would take me. It was like a step back in time. Where was that located?
We were on East 4th Street for 102 years.
102 years. So now we're right on Euclid Avenue.
Heart of the theater district.
Heart of the theater district, right in the middle of it all. And when you walk in here, you get a little taste of the past also, because it's just not paint on the walls. It's just not wallpaper. What lines the walls in here at Otto Moser?
We have probably about, people say we have the largest theatrical photo collection probably in the country. We have upwards to, I think, 1,400 photos that are, most of them are dated and signed, dating to the late 1800s. 2 recent ones, which Steven Weber and Jack Klugman and Tony Randall and stuff like that.
So what do you think it is about Otto Moser that it's been able to last so many years? You know, it's got the rich history, you guys working. What do you think is the consistent thing about it?
Like you said, us working. Me and my partner work upwards to 65 hours a week.
So that's
the mainstay. Steve
in the back
Dematzis,
there.
Correct.
And he's the guy that's slicing the corned beef.
He's back there probably
making the
slicing
corned
right
beef.
now.
Yeah. So how many different kind of sandwiches do you guys sell?
Oh, probably 12 to 14 sandwiches or so.
Okay, people want to come down here. You're never open on Sunday. I always ask people what day they're closed, because they're only closed usually one day or so.
Sundays are closed unless it's a St. Patrick's Day or something like that, a major event.
And Mondays they're open for lunch, but the most important thing is they're open before shows. So you can come downtown before the show, come in here, have a historic corned beef sandwich or a sandwich of your choice.
Get reservations.
And get reservations. Oh, load it up, huh?
Oh, yes. Booked up for tonight, or for tomorrow night already. All last week we're booked up. We'll book up almost every day this week.
That's great. How do you describe the vibe in here when that's going on?
It's pretty hectic.
I bet
you
it is.
You got 150 people all coming in within half an hour window.
And we've got a show to see, and that's what
correct.
this show is all about.
They want their food and they want to get to the show on time.
Stick around, we'll have more right after the break.
Welcome back to our show of downtown Cleveland. We have saved one of the coolest places for last. If you haven't figured it out yet, we're at the corner alley right on East 4th Street. And Michael, I do believe that when you come on East 4th Street, this is a must stop because there's just so much to do here.
Absolutely, yeah. We designed this space to be an adult playground for you to come, have a good time, stay a couple hours. We of course have the 16 lanes of bowling, which everybody loves. We have the newly renovated space, open window concept, outdoor patio, our arcade games, always on free play. We want you to stay and have a good time. So we want you playing. You know, we have a lot of parents that'll come in, let their kids play the video games while they get to actually talk to their wife, you know, talk to their husband for a little bit. We have shuffleboard, ping pong, we have pool tables. If you can't find something that entertains you here, like I'm running out of ideas at this point.
You might be in trouble if this doesn't. But you did mention newly renovated. It has been recently renovated. You've been here for over 10 years now.
Correct. 10 years. We needed to kind of freshen it up a little bit. You know, the new look, the new feel. I mean, the windows opening, the open air concept, putting the bar on East 4th Street was amazing.
So having the bar over there, and when they do open up in the summertime, you just see people sitting along the bar. It is just, it's so enticing. You just have to come and sit down and have a drink or get some food.
It's absolutely. I mean, people just wander in, you know, in and out. It's more of a bar hop feel now. People can't miss it. The amount of beer that we go through now versus what we used to is astounding. So I mean, it's just a fun place, and people just stay longer. They drink more. But it's meant to come and have fun, play with your friends, hang out with your buddies, and you know, spend a long day downtown.
It's a great place to come and watch a game too.
If
you're not going inside, I would think it gets a little crowded, but
we have about 30-something TVs. If you can't find a view, I really don't know what to do. Pretty much they're everywhere, so you have to turn your head.
They're everywhere you look around this place. Can we talk about the food too? Because I know your food is really good here.
It is. Our food is extremely good. We take everything from scratch. We have a great chef who works for us, designed some really fun sports art concepts. He's always trying to get new creative things, but you know, we make more stuff where it's just shareable stuff that you can snack on. We'd rather see you know, instead of a big entree, I want you and 6 friends having 4 to 5 dishes that you can snack on together.
Yeah.
We always want you to be moving around and having a good time.
Well, and you won't stop moving around here, that's for sure. The other thing that I think I love about this side of things is because the alley really sets you apart from all the other great restaurants that are down here on East 4th.
Absolutely.
Do you think that you've been here 10 years. Do you think that there are some people who still don't even realize that this aspect of it is here?
You would be surprised.
Really?
I have a lot of people who still walk in, they do not know what the concept is, don't know we were here, you know, don't even know we have 2 locations. It's funny. They walk back here and they're literally shocked, like, oh my God, there's bowling lanes? And I'm like, there's pins on the side of the building. Yeah, there's bowling here. It's really fun, exciting. You know, jump on in, but
it's not just a cool name. It actually has to do with what's inside.
Well, we get a lot of people from the suburbs who like come down for just the big game, the big concert. They're not always down here as much, so I get it. You know, you got experience downtown, and we've seen a lot more people down this year with wanting to see the new public square and the renovations of all of downtown and how nice it's become, just wandering around and having a good time. So.
Well, and the other great thing too is this is, out of all the places right along here, it's the most family friendly.
Yeah. Absolutely. I mean, we have obviously a birthday party right next to us right now.
Yep.
We do a lot of kids' birthdays. Like I said, bring the kids in here, let them play their games, you know, have some time with your significant other a little bit.
Sure,
it's a
you
safe
can have fun while
environment.
they have fun too. So if they want to rent out, say, an alley, do you suggest they do that in advance?
Take reservations. We do it every Monday. We take our reservations. I always recommend them. We get very busy. There's a very rare night where we have a lane open on Friday or Saturday. We're pretty much booked all week.
Am I seeing things, or is that a second bar up there? Is that for private parties?
We do have a second bar, and that's our we call it the Load. We do parties up to 50 people back there. We also open every Friday and Saturday. People go back there, sit, have cocktails. We have 4 more lanes of bowling back there as well.
Oh, wow! Okay, see, I didn't know that, and I've been down here before. Wow!
Now you know where you're having your next party.
Exactly.
We do corporate events, birthday parties, but it's rented usually 3-4 nights a week. But it's a really nice kind of, you get your own feel. Very private space, but you also get your own lanes, your own bar. It's a fun spot though.
So if you want to go and kind of make it more of a private experience, you want to come and just be in the mix and really take in downtown Cleveland, especially in the summertime when you open up those windows, I'm telling you, this is the place to come and check out. And that is why I think we saved you for last.
Absolutely. I mean, you got to save the fun stop. Just like when you're going out, you bar hop, you get some dinner, and then you end up here and you have a good time.
I love the sound of that. Thank you so much for having us in.
Always a pleasure.
All right. Well, we had to wrap things up on beautiful East 4th Street. I just love this city. And you know, we try to find at least one place in each little nook and cranny of downtown But you know, if you've lived here, there's so much more to see and do. We scratched the surface for you a bit, but we got you to come downtown and maybe find many of the other reasons why we love our city so much. I'm Natalie Herbick, and I'll see you on the next New Day Cleveland.